Okay, so Thomas, I hear you've got a pretty amazing story of how God came through in your life. Yeah, where did the story start?
Right. The story started somewhere around the middle of 2020, where I started having a slight cough, nothing major, but the cough was prolonged and it carried forward into September 2020. I noticed that the cough not just did not subside, but it got a little bit worse. So there was a slight aching on the side of my ribs. And with that, I thought, okay, maybe I should get this checked out. So the doctor listened to my lung, and then after he took an x-ray and he told me, yeah, you should get checked out at the hospital. So that same night, I went to Sunway. They did another check, and the doctor says that there is a golf ball size hole in my lung. So it's like how when you slice open a cheese block and there's like holes in there. So that's tuberculosis eating away at the lung cells. So as the months progressed, I was still taking medication. I took it for a total of 8 months, and every couple of months I have to go in to do an x-ray scan. So one of these scans, I think it was November 2020, the doctor showed a picture whereby my right lung has shrunk. Because of that, smaller lung means less capacity, means less volume to do a lot of things, including laughing. So this is something that I always took for granted for. Until then, which I realized, okay, without a full lung, you can't even laugh fully. So it's like, okay. So it's like, tak puas, you know.
Was there a cry for like, God, make it whole? Like, you know, God, give me all of my lungs back.
Definitely. I think there were a lot of people that helped pray as well, which really helped, the support and the encouragement they provided. Yeah, and then eventually in July 2021, so they took a final scan of the x-ray, and I remember the doctor was showing it on his computer screen, and he wasn't sure what to tell me, but he was looking at it for a while, and then I'm like, oh, okay, so it's restored.
So the doctor gave you this good news, but what was his reaction now that he's seen that it's restored?
So what he said was that it is likely that the lung will remain as it is, and the hole in the chest will just remain as it is. And again, the main point was for the bacteria to be eliminated. That's his goal.
So he wasn't hoping that the lungs would restore?
No, that wasn't it. That wasn't the goal, and I think that definitely caught him a little bit by surprise too. That's the reaction I got. Observing him, he didn't shriek or anything, but he was staring at his screen for a little while. Then he just said that, okay, things looks good, and you're good to go.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was your takeaway from, experiencing that whole thing?
A couple of takeaways. The first one is that God heals, and I'm really grateful for the miracle that He did on my lung. I wasn't expecting it at all, neither was the doctor, and here we are today. And then the other thing is, with God being able to heal, I mean, I know people may be going through something that's far more intense and far more severe than just tuberculosis, but the key point is that God heals, right? And He still works in these situations. And just as He can work for me, He can also be healing you or whoever it is in their situation.
So, what are the impacts that you said? I think you know where this is going. You don't.
No.
So, is that you couldn't laugh?
Yes.
So how's the laughing going since then?
Yes, so the laughter is back at as it was previously. So praise God. You never think you would miss laughing until you can't laugh. Then you will realize how nice it is to laugh. Sepuas-puasnya. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Thomas. And thanks for sharing your story. It's really, I guess, just really nice and powerful to see, God is really there for us, and that He hears your every cry. This kind of reminds me about how He does immeasurably more than what we can imagine. Yeah. Even the doctors, even you were like, you know what? If I don't pass this on, and if the bacteria can just be gotten rid of, I'll be happy. But He did immeasurably more than you could imagine.